Hello everyone. I will be showing you the installation guide for Project Water Sampling with Applied Microcontrollers for the website Flowcast. So some prerequisites that you need before you begin to contribute to the project. Make sure that you have installed, if you haven't already, Git or GitHub Desktop. Here below you have the links to both respectively. You also want to make sure that since this project was made in Python, that you have Python 3.7 or above that is installed. If not, python.org is a great resource to get that. And finally, make sure that you verify that pip is up to date. Pip is your library source where you'll be able to run Python. Make sure that you run this script to make sure that the pip is installed. If not, that it will be installed for you. So with this in mind, let's go ahead and get started. So the first option to do is to do a local setup via online. So the steps to do this are the following. First, we're going to clone the repository. This is using the git clone command. This is assuming you have the GitHub account and you have installed Git. So using this link, you're going to clone the repository. Then once you have that installed and it's successful, you want to navigate to a directory, Flowcast Web Apps, and within that directory, you're going to create a virtual environment. This is going to be able to help you to run the app and make any changes necessary. To activate this environment, you have Windows with the scripts over there, and then you have Mac OS or Linux by using the second line. Then you're going to install some dependencies to make sure it runs smoothly. Then afterwards, if you haven't installed Streamlit, please make sure you do this. If not, the app will not run. You can install this through PyCharm, Visual Studio Code, and so on and so forth, and other IDEs, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. And then once done, this is going to open up in the browser for you. Now we're going to go ahead and do a step-by-step code demo for the first option. For this demonstration, I will be using a Mac OS. So you want to open up the terminal, and you're first going to do step one, which is git clone HTTPS with the link requested. Once you do this, it's going to clone and it's going to be successful. Don't worry about this. This is just it, making sure you get the packages and the everything that it needs for you to run the application. Once this is done, then you're going to go into the current directory, so cd flowcast web. And then there, you're going to list the items, which are flowcast, and then readme.file, just to make sure that you have what you need for this project. So here I did a combination of the three steps. So just to be safe, I decided to do Python 3, which is the new version. Python by itself isn't going to do anything for you because that's an older version. I want to make sure and check that I have the correct Python. And then afterwards, I'm going to create the virtual environment, list again my files, and now I see that I have this virtual environment. Then I'm going to want to activate this virtual environment, which then I'm going to install the requirements or dependencies that I need. So now we're going to run the actual Streamlit app. So as you see here, the current directory is going to go to the Flowcast, open this up, and then for Streamlit, you do need a root file or roots.py file in order for this to run. So here we're going to choose the 01 underscore home.py file and then do streamlit run, which here you can see that when you open this, it's going to show you an IP address just unique to you. After this, we will get our browser opening. Now we should be able to see this front page open up. The second option is to use the GitHub desktop setup. This is a lot easier and highly recommended for beginners or those who are not familiar with Git. And it's a GUI, more user-friendly for those that prefer not to type. So the steps for this are to first open GitHub desktop, assuming you have already installed it, and then select File, Clone Repository. You may choose a repository or enter the URL, which is the same as option 1. You're then going to choose a local path unique to you, and click clone. Then you're going to navigate to the directory, same as in option 1, and you're going to do current directory Flowcast web app. Then we're going to follow the same similar steps from option 1. And with this, we're now going to do a step-by-step quick demo for the second option. So here, if you have it installed, you're going to go to GitHub desktop download, and here it's going to show you this front page. Obviously, if you have a Mac OS, it's going to prompt you to Mac OS, but they do have for Windows and Linux. So that's also a good alternative. Now here, we're going to do File and then Clone Repository. So just click here to open up the new window to get the URL. So then once this window opens up, the best way is to get the URL and just clone it, and you will paste it right here. Now your local path is whatever you want to set it to. I just prefer to just do a desktop with an untitled folder, which is default. And then once you get that, you're gonna click clone. Then finally, you have your new repository. You should be able to see this, which is your new and pointing to the repository to just clone. And then here you can customize whatever you want. So you can select your editor, it give you your files, or you can open up the actual repository page on GitHub to make sure that any changes you make through GitHub desktop, you can look at the actual in real-time implementations or changes in GitHub. And then we just do the same thing. So same as before, we're going to do a virtual environment, and then we're going to activate. Finally, using the same steps from Mach 21, we're going to do streamlit.run, and you should be able to see the same IP address no matter how you did it. And with that, you should be able to see the same home page when you open up using Streamlit. And that's it for the installation. I hope you found this helpful, and thank you so much.